Tales from Vivekananda, retold by Swami Satmananda. The Dog's Curly Tail. There was a poor man who wanted some money. He had heard that if he could get hold of a ghost, he might command him to bring money or anything else he liked. So he was very anxious to get hold of one. He went about searching for someone who would give him a ghost. He asked almost everyone he met whether they knew any sage with great powers. One day he met a group of woodcutters and asked them, "Brothers, you go into the woods every day. Have you ever seen any sage there?" To his great joy, one of the woodcutters replied, "Yes, sir, we know a hermit who lives in these woods." And they gave him the direction. The man could not stop to thank them, but rushed to the spot. It was dark when he reached the hermitage. An old monk with matted hair and a long beard was meditating before a fire. The man sat on the ground and waited patiently. When at last the sage opened his eyes and stood up, he fell at his feet and started weeping. "Why, what has happened to you?" asked the surprised sage. "And who are you? What do you want?" "I am a very poor man, sir, and I want a ghost to work for me," replied the man. "Teach me, pray, how to get hold of one, sir. I desire it very much." The sage listened gravely and said, "Don't disturb yourself, child. Go home." But he would not give up. Day after day he visited the sage and prayed for a ghost. At last the sage, in disgust, said, "Take this charm, repeat this magic word, and a ghost will come, and whatever you say to him, he will do. But beware, they are terrible beings. If you fail to give him work, he will take your life." "That is easy," replied the man with a smile. "I can give him work all his life." Then the man went to a forest, sat on a rock, and started repeating the magic word. After long repetition of the magic word, a huge ghost appeared before him and said in a deep voice, "I am a ghost. I have been conquered by your magic, but you must keep me constantly employed. The moment you fail to give me work, I will kill you." The man was so astounded that he could hardly speak at all for a moment. After some time, he managed to put his wish into words. "Build me a palace." The ghost waved his hand, and instantly there rose a beautiful building. "It has done. The palace is built," said the ghost. "Bring me money, jewels, gold, wealth," he cried out in excitement. "Here is your wealth," said the ghost. The whole wood was instantly lit up by a blaze of color, which came from some exquisite silver vases filled with jewels, precious stones, and gold coins. He could hardly believe his eyes. As he was greedily gazing at them, he heard the voice of the ghost saying, "Give me work, give me more work, quickly. I cannot remain idle even for a moment, you know." Tearing himself away from that fascinating sight with reluctance, the man turned to the ghost, thought a little, and then said, "O ghost, cut this forest down and build a city in its place. The city must have beautiful palaces, towers, ponds, roads, gardens, etc. Do you understand? I want a big and beautiful city immediately." "Ah, this time certainly the ghost won't be able to finish the job so quickly," said the man to himself. "And in the meantime, I will plan some other work for him." But hardly had he finished his thought when the whole forest disappeared and a huge city came up in its place. That is done, said the ghost. Anything more? Now the man began to be frightened, for he thought he could give him nothing more to do. The ghost said, "Give me something to do, or I will eat you up." The poor man searched every nook and corner of his mind, but could find no further occupation for the ghost, and was frightened. So he ran, and at last reached the sage. "Oh, sir," said the man, gasping. "Oh, sir, please save my life." "What is the matter?" asked the sage. "I have nothing left to give the ghost to do," replied the man in a broken voice. His knees were trembling in such a way as if they were not his own. "Everything I tell him to do, he does in a moment, sir, and now he threatens to eat me up if I don't give him work." Just then the ghost arrived. Fixing his bulging eyes on the man, he said, "You, man, you could not give me work, and so I will eat you up." And he licked his lips with his long, flat tongue. The man began to tremble, and falling at the feet of the sage, he begged him to save his life. "Oh, sage, please save my life. I know you can save me if you like." He went on saying, "I don't want money, I don't want anything. Please be kind to me and save me from the ghost." The sage felt pity of the poor man and said, "You fool, stand up. There is no time to lose." Then pointing to a dog that was lying nearby, he said, "Look at that dog with a curly tail. Take a weapon. Yes, that axe over there on the veranda of my hut. Quick, and cut the tail off and give it to the ghost, saying, 'Straighten that out for me.'" The man dashed to the hut, picked up the axe, rushed back to the dog, cut off its tail, and gave it to the ghost, saying, "Oh, ghost, straighten this tail out for me." The ghost took it and said, "I will do it right now, and then will make you a very good dinner for me. Ha ha, no escape for you, my man. I will eat you sure." He then sat on the ground and slowly and carefully straightened the curly tail out. But as soon as he let it go, it instantly curled up again. Once more he laboriously straightened it out, only to find it again curled up as soon as he let go of it. So it went on for days and days until he was exhausted and said, "I was never in such a trouble before in my life. I am a veteran ghost, but never have I been in such a trouble." At last the ghost said to the man, "Sir, I will make a compromise with you. You let me off, and I will let you keep all I have given you, and will promise not to harm you." The man took the offer gladly and heaved a sigh of relief. Moral: one should not covet too much of worldly goods in order to avoid disappointment in life. The world cannot be changed at one's will. It will run its own course like the dog's curly tail.